stupa, yes. Very old stupa. Old stupa, yeah? This is Kathmandu, Nepal. It is great to be back. I think this way.
Kathmandu, Nepal, yes.
Oh yeah. Love Nepal. Hey there, how is it going? Today is Monday, April 14th, 2025, currently 73 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 23 degrees Celsius. Nice and pleasant. And this is Kathmandu, Nepal. It is amazing to be back. This is my 5th time to Nepal. The last time was in December of 2019, more than 5 years ago. I did the Lengtang trek for the second time that time. And so I flew in yesterday. A little bit of an issue with the flight. I would have to say that the flight yesterday was the craziest flying experience that I've had. So no actual danger, but we got stuck in a holding pattern around Kathmandu for 2.5 hours. The flight was 3 hours and 15 minutes. We were getting close. They announced that we were landing, and then we didn't, and then we were circling, and then I looked on my phone and it had updated the location on Google Maps and was showing us over the India-Nepal border at one point. And then finally, after more than 30 minutes, I would say, they announced that because of bad weather here in Kathmandu, they couldn't land. And so we were just waiting for the weather to improve. And so it took a total of 2.5 hours of just flying around and around and around. But we eventually got back on the ground. Okay, I'm curious to take a look at this little temple here. Don't remember seeing this one before. Very cool. Or a shrine, not a temple. No idea who this is dedicated to. Love seeing all of the Nepali writing, especially up there, looks quite old. All right, so this is going to be just a walking around Kathmandu video. Kathmandu Metropolitan City Office, Hanuman Doka Durbar Square. So I am walking over to Durbar Square, which is about a 10-12 minute walk from here. All right, this is referencing the earthquake. The Hanuman Doka Durbar Square is included in the Protected Monument Zone. 7.8 magnitude earthquake on April 25th, 2015. So the 10-year anniversary isn't the right word, but 10 years since the earthquake coming up in 11 days. Hit Nepal with massive destruction over 14 districts. The disaster had not only cost lives, but also affected the living heritages of Nepal. Hanuman Doka Durbar Square, one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Nepal, is also among the affected. Sort of a map there, stupa, so that is a stupa. Buddhist symbol of enlightenment. Oh, that's funny, now it's closed and locked. So Nepal is actually majority Hindu, but there is a large minority of Buddhists here. All right, so let's get walking and soak up this amazing, nice sunny day. Yesterday was cloudier and rainier. As I was saying, bad weather affected our landing, but the weather forecast is looking pretty good going forwards, and I have to say it is nice to be cool and not overwhelmingly hot. The heat and humidity in Thailand was getting to be too much. So these kinds of temperatures are just perfect. And so as I've mentioned in previous videos, I am meeting somebody here tomorrow. He is in the Tokyo airport right now on a layover. Another interesting little square. Kathmandu is really one of the best cities in Asia and in the world. I really like the vibe. I like how it's small enough that you can just walk everywhere. All of these smaller lanes, a bit busy and noisy with the motorbikes, but much mellower than a lot of other cities of India or Bangkok or Phnom Penh. So the person who I'm meeting here will arrive tomorrow afternoon. And as far as my Nepal adventure plans, they are still somewhat undetermined. So the person I'm meeting tomorrow, who you will find out soon who that is, I'll give you a hint. Somebody that I have known for a very long time. So they aren't going to be here for long enough. I already said he, so I can say he isn't going to be here for long enough to do a trek. He has 10 days. But we will likely do some sort of day hikes, or maybe a short trek, we'll see. Basically, we will probably be here in Kathmandu for at least the next 5 days. I have 5 more nights at my hotel that I showed there. And then we will probably go to Pokhara and then come back to Kathmandu. So after that, I may be doing a trek. We shall see. All right, time to figure out if I'm going in the right general direction. So this is a school here, Sri Bhakta Vidyashram Secondary School. there was just thunder, clouds overhead, so the weather could go in any direction at this point. It was sprinkling a little bit earlier. So getting closer to Durbar Square. And it is going to get even more interesting once we get there, the main square of Kathmandu. Should be down this way. And I just remembered you have to pay to enter it as a foreigner if things haven't changed. I think it might be like 1,000 Nepali rupees, which is about $8 US, which I have, so not a problem. So Kathmandu is filled with cool traditional things hidden away in various spots, including right here, another stupa. In its own little tucked away private square. It quiets down. Nice place to live, to have this view and be away from the busy road. So what is this here? Another temple or shrine, I guess. Locked door right there as well. And so who is this? Possibly the Buddha with the hair like that. And so you want to walk clockwise around the stupas. So that would be this way. I'm going the right way this time. And Art Gallery Cafe, hot and cold drinks, sandwiches, french fries, hot dogs, and more. There are lots of great restaurants in Kathmandu, especially in the Tamil area near my hotel, which I didn't really show, but that is the main tourist area where people stay, and with tons of restaurants, really cozy, cool, like chill out, relax type places. Lots of different types of food. I will definitely show that area at some point. But we are now almost to the square. So as mentioned, devastating earthquake in 2015, a decade ago, which knocked down most of the historical buildings in the very historic Durbar Square here. So I'm curious to see how it has changed, and I'm wondering, is this a rebuilt building? I can't remember now if it was there the last time that I was here 5 years ago. It is looking like there are rebuilt buildings, which is great. Oh. there again. And again back there. Wow. All right. It's looking like it has been restored. Okay, this is where I pay. Looks like 500 rupees. Hello.
I saw you in the YouTube.
Oh, great, great. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You mean from Nepal before?
Yeah, I saw you like a bit.
I was here 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I remember.
Yeah. All right. Very cool.
Hello, my.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, how are you? The ticket.
Good. I just have to pay the ticket here. So the buildings are new,
No, it's old building. Absolutely.
Renovated.
but were they renovated
No, renovated after earthquake.
after the earthquake?
This remaining to.
Here's one that was knocked down. But this was not destroyed in the earthquake.
It was totally destroyed earthquake.
It was
It
destroyed.
nearly collapsed.
And they rebuilt.
Like only 3 years back. After the COVID.
I see. After COVID, they rebuilt.
Renovations. Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was different.
Yeah,
So that's great. All
I
right.
remember your face.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Out the tourism,
Absolutely.
That's nice, positive.
Promoting one of the best countries in the world.
Exactly. That's the point.
All right. So it was 500 rupees for locals, also I think Indians, and 1,000 for me. And it is valid for 10 days, but you have to go to another office to validate it for the 10 days. So, as he was saying, then yes, these were restored like 3 years ago. So that is amazing. And I have to say, Happy New Year. It is the Nepali New Year today, which is probably why it is especially busy. But the weather is looking a little bit ominous, so let's try to film what we can before perhaps it starts raining. Actually, it's starting to sprinkle now, but I want to get over and do this paperwork thing, get that done. You have like this thing to hang around your neck while you're in the square. I think I'll just put it in my backpack, but so amazing to see that they actually rebuilt the buildings. Oh man, and the rain is picking up, so it might be a good time to stop into a cafe or something. It's really picking up. I think that this is the place I need to go to get this taken care of. So I actually wasn't able to complete that because you need your passport and a passport photo. So I will come back tomorrow. But I thought that I would go inside here. I forget what this is. Let's find out. Also, since it's inside, stay out of the rain, still just kind of sprinkling. Oh, that is the exit. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. So there is the entrance, and it seems that this gets me into here. So I guess this is the museum. It is packed today on New Year's Day. Unification to democracy. We got some guns. Okay, not super interesting. Let's try to get into the other wooden building. Introduction to the exhibition. The history of Nepal, from the unification of the numerous principalities and the creation of a powerful kingdom along the Himalayas in the late 18th century, to the introduction of democracy and the promulgation of the 2015 Constitution of the Democratic Republic of Nepal. This exhibition has been set up on the ground floor of the Gadi Baitak, a historical monument constructed by Prime Minister Chandra Shumsher Rana in 1908, which has been restored and renovated after the Gorkha earthquake. So that is where we are now, the Gadi Baitak. Restoration of old wood members damaged in the earthquake. So this also has been restored. Incredible. The 9-storied Basantapur Tower complex was severely damaged in the earthquake. So I went up that before the earthquake, of course, in 2014. So my first time to Nepal was in 2008, but I only went to Pokhara and did the ABC Annapurna Base Camp trek, but did not come to Kathmandu. I came to Kathmandu for the first time in 2014, a year before the earthquake, and then the earthquake happened, and then I came back in 2016, and then again in 2019. Nasal Chowk. And so this is an older building than the other one up there. Nine-storied palace. All right, all right, all right. What a sight. What a square. Man, oh man. There you go. Restored. Very impressive. Let's pray, fingers crossed, no more earthquakes for a very long time. Here we have a map of Nepal. So let's take a look, get the grand overview. All right, where is Kathmandu? All right, there is Pokhara. And so Kathmandu is here. So there you can see Langtang. So I did that trek in 2014 and again in 2019. And then out of Pokhara, you have the Annapurna region. And so my first trek in 2008 was the Annapurna Base Camp trek. There's Jomsom, Annapurna 2, Annapurna 3, Machapachure. So Annapurna Base Camp, I think that is the ABC trek there, looking at Annapurna 1. And so in 2008, and then when I came back in 2016, then I went to Pokhara and I did the Annapurna Base Camp trek again, and then did the Annapurna Circuit trek, which goes around this way. A big loop around the Annapurna range of mountains. And then in 2019, I came back to Kathmandu and just did the Langtang trek. And so Everest is over here. Can we find it? It is right on the border of, there we go, Mount Everest. 8848 meters. 29,000, it used to be 29,029 feet. Maybe now it's like 29,031 feet, something like that. Just over 29,000 feet. All right, I am about ready to get out of the busyness. The all-seeing eyes, a common symbol here in Nepal and in Buddhism in general. Late King Mahendra Bir Bikram Shah's Land Rover Jeep destroyed by bomb attack in Janakpur on 22nd January 1962. We have a little stepwell here. All right. Time to head to a cafe, get indoors, get something nice and warm to drink.